Good day, everybody. Welcome to Game 2 of the Divisional Round series between Pennsylvania and Georgia. Pennsylvania picked up the win in a 13-inning contest, winning it 6-5, courtesy of a RBI single by Carl Furio, a 31-hit barrage combined from both teams. That was a wild game for sure. And David Bednar wound up with a win in relief. Joe Page with the save. But a new game and a new day has dawned upon us. Partly cloudy to a degree, 50 degrees. The wind is blowing out to right at 10 miles an hour. And 45,703 on hand at SunTrust Park as Georgia looks to even the series. Pennsylvania looking to sweep the road, 2 games on the road here. Rube Waddell, who went 10-15 this year with a 4.56 ERA to face Georgia, against Adam Wainwright here, who's here to make his first postseason start. So the wind's blowing out today. This could favor left-handed batters like Musial and Griffey and Jackson, even Ty Cobb and Josh Gibson. We'll see what's going to happen here. As they're slowly moving around the series here. And a reasonably full house here at SunTrust Park as Georgia looks to sort of tie this series and get back in it. Last thing you want to do is to go on the road down 0-2. With a 3-game set in Pennsylvania, the pitch, ground ball second. Frank Thomas will step on the bag for the first out. And this game is underway. 3 hits for Tommy here the last time. He's 10 of 21, batting .476, has driven in 7 runs. So he has been a problem for Georgia. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Wainwright. Swung on and miss on a curveball. Got him. Musial had 3 hits his last game. Got out of the slump here, but batting .227 overall. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Weak pop-up to Tony Phillips. That'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. As we go to the bottom of the first, Georgia make a statement here. Robinson, then Cobb, then Thomas. Robinson batting .417. Here's the 2-2. Waddell looking to keep the right-handed batters in check here. But a 4.56 ERA, I don't see that happening. It's a drive to center, though. And Ken Griffey Jr. under it and makes the catch. 1 down. Ty Cobb had a couple of hits last game. And funny enough, saw his batting average drop. But he has a home run and 9 RBIs in the playoffs. It was a 3-2. Ground ball right to the pitcher. Waddell will throw to first. And there's a second out, a big out here. 7 of 23 for Frank Thomas, as he's had 2 big games back-to-back. There's a line drive and a base hit. And he's starting to pick it up really quickly. Alou, 6 of 27 with 4 RBIs. Ground ball to third, a fire to first. A nice throw there by Buddy Bell. 20 inning, despite the hit by Thomas, nothing across. Ken Griffey Jr. to come on up. Swung on a miss, strike 3, nice curveball by Wainwright, who's had the hook going pretty good. 0-1 pitch to Hack Wilson. There's a drive to right center. That'll be for extra bases. And Wilson lumbering over to second. He makes it in there with a double. Piazza had 3 hits the last game with a walk. Here's the 0-1. See if he can continue his hit. Good hitting. There's a line drive and a base hit to left. The throw will not be in time. Piazza goes to second on a throw. And Mike Piazza delivers an RBI single for a 1-0 lead on the road. Runner at first now, Reggie Jackson, whose home run and 4 RBIs was accounted on a grand slam in the first series. This is a 2-2. Drives it the other way. Let's play over for Cobb. Piazza doesn't move. And now we have 2 down. Buddy Bell, big 2-run home run to tie the game for Pennsylvania last time up. And they're going to walk him. Face Rube Waddell. It's 1 for 2 in the playoffs. Drives it to center. This is playable for Grissom. That'll end the inning, but Pennsylvania picks up a run, and they've taken the lead here. Gibson, then Grissom, then Drew. Gibson with 3 home runs this postseason. Drives it the other way. That'll be for extra bases. Gibson will turn around second. He'll move around a second. He's in there with a double. The 0-1 to Grissom. Drives it to right, deep at the track. That allowed Gibson to move from second to third as he tags up and makes it with relative ease. Stephen Drew playing a shortstop. 7-21 in these playoffs. Here's the 1-1. Line drive on a base hit the other way. This game is tied. And an RBI single for Drew. To tie the game at 1, the pitcher's coming on up. Actually, Tony Phillips is in the bottom of the order. As a right-hander, as a 3-1, they're going to walk him. Wainwright with a chance to butt the runners over. And a weak attempt there for strike 2. The 1-2. A bunt. Wainwright moves the runners over for the second out of the inning. Jackie Robinson with runners at second and third now. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball to third. Nice play by Buddy Bell, who handles it, picks up the out. Georgia does score a run. This game is tied as we go to top of the third. Top of the order with Wagner, Herr, and Musial. Wagner has not driven in a run this series in the playoffs. There's a ground ball to second. Robinson will throw to first. He gets him out. A good start to the inning. Tommy Herr 0 for 1. The 1-0. Ground ball to second. Robinson again. Scoops it, fires it to Thomas. There's out number 2. 0 for 1 for Musial. The 2-2 and a drive to center over Grissom's head, and he's on his way to second with a double. Took a pitch high and drilled it to center. Made some great wood there. 0 for 1 for Griffey Jr. Here's the 0-1. High, fly ball, high. It is deep. It's carrying. It's going. It's gone. Ken Griffey Jr. with a 2-run home run in right center. And they've now taken a 3-1 lead. And for Griffey Jr., that's his second home run of the playoffs. Big curveball that he hung, and he just walloped it. 3-2 to Wilson, and he struck him out looking on a curveball, but they scored 2 on a 2-run bomb for Griffey. Cobb, Thomas, and Alou. The 1-2 to Cobb. Drives it to left center, but this is playable for Wilson for the first out. The 2-2 to Thomas. Drives it the other way, but right at Jackson for the second out. Alou 0 for 1. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed. Nice curveball for strike 3. After 3 complete innings, Pennsylvania's up 3-1 here. Piazza, Jackson, and Bell. Piazza drove into the game's first run. High, fly ball, high. It is deep, back at the track, back at the wall, and it is gone. It is Mike Piazza's turn to turn on the pitch and drive it to deep left center. He nails a leadoff home run at the top of the fourth, and a 4-1 lead. Reggie Jackson, the 0-1. Ground ball to second. Robinson will throw to Thomas for the out. Bell is 2-14, but he has walked. Line drive and a base hit, so base hit and a walk. That'll bring in Waddell. A bunt. He'll throw to first, and he got him. Nice play. Wagner with a chance driving a run. 3-1. Ground ball base hit up the middle. The throw by Grissom, and a weak throw, and probably should have thrown it on his way to second. It's Honus Wagner delivers an RBI single to make it 5-1. And that'll be it for Adam Wainwright and Rick Camp. Three and 2/3 innings for Wainwright and giving up 5 runs, and he's responsible for Wagner here. Tommy Herr, a 3-1. Drives it up the middle. It was a base hit. Grissom with a strong throw, but not in time. Another RBI single. It is 6-1. And Tommy Herr racks up another RBI in the playoffs. And 16 hits the first game. And looks like Pennsylvania is racking him up once again. The 0-1 to Musial. Throw to second. He's caught stealing that of any inning. Three runs on 4 hits. And Pennsylvania complete control here. A 1-2 to Gibson. Drives it to left, playable by Wilson, and he's got him. A 3-1 to Grissom. Ground ball to short, and infield hit for Grissom. Drew with an RBI single for Georgia's lone runners. A drive the other way. What a nice catch by Wilson for the second out. Phillips has walked. Here's the 0-1 to him. Drives it to right field. This is playable for Jackson. And that ends the inning. Musial, Griffey, and Wilson. The 1-1 to Musial. Ground ball to third. Nice play by Phillips. And he'll garner it. Throw to first for the out. The 1-1 to Griffey Jr. Drive to center. Got him. Wilson with a ground ball to short. Drew with the throw. That'll end the inning. And this time Pennsylvania goes down 1-2-3 as we go to bottom of the fifth. And Georgia in trouble here. Cal Daniels. Come in and pinch hit. Swung on and missed and got him. And number 1, Robinson, the 2-2. Drives it, but right at Musial for the second out. Cobb is 0 for 2 today. There's a 1-0. Drives at the center. And this will be over the head of Griffey as Cobb is on his way to second and is in there with a double. Sooner or later, uh, kind of hard to keep Cobb off the base path. They did there. They didn't do it here. Thomas, a 1-2. Line drive and a base hit the other way. I'll be for extra bases. Thomas in there with a double. Six to two. They cut the deficit to four. Moises lives over 2 today. There's a 3-2. Swung on a miss and he got him. Georgia picks up a run to cut the lead to four, but a lot of work to do here. Chris Hammond makes his first appearance in the division series. Take a look at the stat lines for Wainwright and Camp. Wainwright went 3 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Rick Camp surrendered a hit and nothing else. Chris Hammond looking to keep everybody else at bay here. Piazza with a second home run of the postseason. A 3-2. See what he could do with this pitch. Swung on and missed, and he got him. Reg Jackson, 0 for 2 today. Here's a 1-2. Swung on a miss. Nice change for strike 3. Buddy Bell, the 3-2. Struck him out. Struck up the side. Great pitching there by Chris Hammond to the bottom of the 6th now. Gibson, Grissom, and Drew. 2-1 to Gibson. A ground ball to second. Kerr will throw to first for the first out of the inning. Grissom's 1 of 2. Looking to get on her way. There's a ground ball by Bell, but makes a strong relay across the diamond front number 2. Steven Drew's 1 of 2 today. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Great change, a great curveball. Through 6, a 6-2 lead for Pennsylvania. Waddell, then Wagner, then Herr. A 3-2. Swung on and missed. Good curveball. Wagner, the 1-0. Line drive to left. Cobb is under and he gets it. Second out of the inning. Tommy here with a 1-1. Ground ball to short. Drew fires to first. Got him. Another clean inning here for Georgia. Up 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Phillips, then a pinch hitter for Hammond, then Jackie Robinson. 3 to Phillips, and he walks him. In comes Mike Cameron. Could be a good opportunity to replace Grissom. He struck him out looking, though. In comes Robinson. The 0-2. Now you try to nab him at first. There's a drive to center. There's a base hit. Phillips on an aggressive play runs to third. He makes it. 1-2 to Cobb. Freezes him for strike 3. Got him on a changeup. That ends the inning. Top of the 8th. Should say the inning's not over. It's the second out. Frank Thomas, a 2-2. Drives it up the middle as a base hit. He drives in a run. Cobb, not in time. Actually, it's Robinson not in time. Georgia. So you got Thomas striking again. To make it 6-3. First and third, two down. Runners on the corners and a Lou with one swing to tie this game. 125 pitches thrown by Waddell. There's a 3-0. They walk him. Bases loaded, two down. For Josh Gibson, the 3-0. Ground ball to first. And he makes it. He's safe. And an infield hit for Gibson. Tremendous hustle to make it 6-4. Waddell still pitching to face Grissom. The 2-1. Line driving a base hit up the middle. One run will score. Two runs are going to score. And unbelievably, Georgia has tied this ball game. And a very weird decision to not replace his pitcher. And now we replace him. Many batters too late. There's a 2-0 to Joe Page. Here comes Bill Terry to pinch hit. Ground ball to first. They get him out. That'll end the inning. And lo and behold, Georgia scores 4 times to tie the game at 6. Another few household changes here. Sean Figgins comes into the ball game at short. Todd Jones to come in relief. Hammond pitches 2 innings. Got the job done there. Meanwhile, Waddell just got smoked. 6 2/3 innings, 10 runs, 6 hits, 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, no home runs. Joe Page to come in the second time in as many days. Got the final out, but very bizarre decision there by Huey Jennings. Keep him in. Now the bullpens are in. Meanwhile, Chris Hammond pitches 2 innings, perfect innings, and proceeds to strike out 4. So Wainwright's record is swiped clean. And now to the top of the 8th, 6 runs, 8 hits for Pennsylvania, no errors. 6 runs, 10 hits for Georgia, 18 hits in this game. Musial, Griffey, and Wilson. Todd Jones facing Musial. 7-1 with a 3.27 ERA in the regular season. Drives it to center, playable for Cameron, or for Grissom, and he got him. Griffey Jr. with a big 2-run bomb to give his team a sizable lead that has since been erased. Drives it to center. That was a base hit. Boy, he blistered that one. Wilson 1 for 3. Here's the 0-2. Swung on a miss and struck him out. Nice fastball. Piazza 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Drives it to center, playable for Grissom. Ends the inning. Bottom of the 8th for Georgia. Phillips, then Figgins, then Robinson. Ground ball to short. Wagner to Musial for the first out. Figgins 0 for 4 this postseason. There's the 1-1. Weak pop-up at short by Wagner. There's a second out. 3-2 to Robinson. Ground ball to short. Wagner to Musial in the 1-2-3 inning to the top of the ninth. Tied at 6. Dick Allen to come in and pinch hit. For Reggie Jackson. 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout for Allen last time. A 3-2. Will Smith to come in the ball game. And he walks him. Pitched the bell, 2-2. Swung on a miss, got him. Campanella coming and pinch it now for the pitcher Joe Page. The 0-1. Ground ball to short. 4-6. 6-3. Double play. Inning over. Big double play ball. Bottom half for Georgia. Bruce Sutter. Inning in the third for Joe Page. Didn't give up any runs. There's Ty Cobb. First ball hitting. Can he do something with Sutter's fork ball? Ground ball to third. Nice play by Bell. There's a first out. Dick Allen now playing first base. Musial playing in right field. Frank Thomas to come in. 3-2. Got him on a fork ball. Got him. Beautiful pitch there. Out number 2. Moiselu's 0 for 3 today. There's the 1-2. Swung on and miss. Got him out. And once again, on to extra innings we go. Take a look at the stat line for Todd Jones. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, and collected a strikeout. Smith is going to pitch in the second inning and work Bruce Sutter. Still in there. The second consecutive game we've seen this game go to extra innings. Smith to face Wagner, Herr, and Musial. The pitch by Smith. Drives it to center, base hit. Leadoff single for Wagner. Tommy Herr 1 for 4 with an RBI. It's a 1-2. Swung on a miss and got him. Nice slider. Musial. Throw to second, not in time, and a steal for Wagner. Another stolen base. A 1-1 Musial. They're going to walk him. Nah. Nah, dojme. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the interruption. Room service came. Sorry about all that. We're going to continue. First and second now for Stan Musial. 1 down, Ken Griffey Jr. up. And Will Smith, the left-hander, up on board. There's a 2-1 to Griffey. Line drive in a left. Playable for Cobb. There's a second out. Nobody runs. and he holds them there. 1 for 4 for Wilson today. There's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking, and that ends the inning to the bottom of the 10th. We go. Gibson, Grissom, and then Smith, the relief pitcher. Line drive on a base hit by Gibson. Hard hit ball, and he's on base with a single. Grissom is 2 for 4 and has driven in 2 runs, tied the game with a 2-run single. A bunt. Go to first. They got him. And Marquise Grissom, first sacrifice of the postseason, to remove the run over to second. In comes Buster Posey. The pinch hit. One down. The 0-1. Line drive on a base hit up the middle. Gibson coming around to score. That'll do it. They will win it. Buster Posey with a pinch hit RBI single. And Georgia prevails. A 7-6 victory in extra innings, this time in 10. For Pennsylvania, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For Georgia, they pick up the victory. And a very important one at that. As they tie the series, as they head over to Pennsylvania in hostile territory. The winning pitcher is Will Smith. He now goes 1-0 in the postseason. Bruce Sutter with a loss. He's now 0-1. Pretty decent job there by Pennsylvania. Had a game that should have been won. They were up 6-1, and they blew that lead. Went on making it 6-6. That's a winnable game for them. That's a game that they should have won, going hands down, and they failed to do so. Final score here, 7-6 for Georgia. They prevail this time in extra innings, and we'll await the next games. Florida, New York. New York having a 1-0 series lead. I'm going to see Jim Palmer face off against Steve Carlton. We'll probably do that later, much later in the evening. I thank you for listening to, and viewing today's webcast of this divisional game. Please follow us on the World Baseball Association channel, on our YouTube page, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this as much as I am, as we look forward to more playoff games as we continue towards the quest of seeing a new or defending World Baseball Association champion. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care. More importantly, keep smiling. Bye, everybody.